on, boys? Today we are back with another review, and today we're going to be reviewing the pay-per-view limited edition series, only available at Target, exclusive, whatever figure of Hangman Adam Page here. Found this at my Target and decided to pick it up. I don't know how to feel about this figure. I hope it's good. I hate the head sculpt, which is not that big of a deal because we have better Hangman head sculpts that we can switch out, so I'm not too worried about that. I do like the gear, and that is the main reason why I got this figure, is because I do like the gear. So I'm hoping we can kind of fix this up to where it's actually a pretty decent figure. I don't know. We'll see. That's what we're doing in this video. So let's go ahead and look over the packaging. The pay-per-view limited edition series. This is kind of their way of getting these pretty much re-release figures out, but with different gear at the certain pay-per-view. This one is specifically to Full Gear, which we got Full Gear coming up pretty soon, I believe. I think it's November or something. It's sometime in November. So we got that coming up soon, so good timing with this figure coming out. We got a picture of Hangman Adam Page there with the AEW World Championship. Hangman Adam Page there. At the top, we got this kind of copper foil, which is pretty cool looking. It looks like a Hangman like exclusive box for some reason, which I really like. We got the only at Target sticker up there at the top. All the good stuff, Full Gear at the bottom, Unrivaled. We got a picture of Hangman Adam Page with the AEW World Championship. If I'm not mistaken, this is his championship win gear, the championship win, his first championship win against Kenny Omega, I believe. So yeah, pretty cool to have that in figure form. So like I said, I do like this gear. We're going to look at the head sculpt. I don't like it. I think it's a pretty bad head sculpt, but we're going to do what we can. We're going to do some cowboy shit. We're going to unbox this figure. Let's do it. All right, so here we got Hangman out of his... Come on, man. Hangman Adam Page out of his packaging. Looking pretty decent. I'm pleasantly surprised so far, so we'll see how that goes, but so far so good. So let's go ahead and look at the figure. Here is the head sculpt. It's honestly like from the side, it's not a bad head sculpt. I actually don't mind it. I actually really like the hair piece on this head sculpt. It's just that yelling expression, especially front on, it does not look great. In person, it's not terrible though. Like, especially the side profile is actually pretty good. It does kind of resemble Hangman, especially this side more than anything. This side is kind of weird, I don't know, but yeah, not a terrible head sculpt. Like, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, so I'm cool with that. Going down, we do get the vest. He's got a horseshoe there, some like molded on tassels there, some gold details on the back, and we got Hangman on the back there, some more molded on tassels. Jacket looks pretty decent. It is a rubber jacket, but rubber vest, but it does remove pretty easily, and it does stay on the figure pretty good, so you can't complain too much about that. Now, the torso choice isn't terrible. I do think it's a decent one. I've actually made a Hangman fix-up that I think is the best Hangman figure, and I'll show you guys that here in a little while. But yeah, not a terrible choice. We do got a black elbow pad there, just some black wrist tape. He does come with the kind of shooter hand there, and then he also comes with another open hand and the AEW World Championship also. So some accessories there. Now, going into the bottom part of the legs. Now, Hangman Adam Page is a figure. Also, Jon Moxley is another AEW character that I feel like they have not gotten 100% right yet. I think every Jon Moxley figure that they've released has not been the greatest, and same with Hangman Adam Page. The Unrivaled Series 2 was a decent figure. The head sculpt wasn't the greatest, but the clown feet, the feet on that figure were massive. They were not great. And then we go on to series, what series is this? Series 5, Unrivaled Series 5, I believe. The legs on that figure, great head sculpt. I think that's Hangman's best head sculpt, which is the one I do have on my fix-up here, is the Unrivaled Series 5 head sculpt. Best head sculpt, I think, of Hangman Adam Page. But the legs were so loose. They were terrible, super, super loose. So we go to this figure. Oh, one more thing with the Unrivaled Series 5. The belt that came with that figure would not stay on that figure. It was loose. I mean, it would not stay on. I think Jazzwares has listened to us a little bit with this figure, because this belt is on there very well. Like, it barely even like swivels. It's not molded onto there. You can take this off, but it is on the figure pretty well. When I did it, when I moved it, or when I first got out of the packaging, it did kind of smear some paint there. It felt like it doesn't feel like it was connected. I think the paint just kind of dried it onto there. So I moved it up, and then it kind of smudged it right there. But yeah, the belt is on there very well, so that is good on Jazzwares. And then the legs. I was hoping these legs weren't going to be super loose, and they are not. They actually feel pretty damn good, and the feet feel pretty good. I know the feet on that Unrivaled Series 5 were super loose too. These feel great. The tassels is the only thing that is kind of a pain in the ass, and you can kind of, if I can get it here, you can't really do it. I was gonna try to, I mean, you could try to like tuck it underneath, but then the knee pad doesn't stay. I think the best thing to do is just kind of put them up over the tassels. Yeah, the tassels kind of suck. Don't really hinder articulation though. You can still get a good knee bend out of it with the tassels there, so that is good. Yeah, I think this is a huge upgrade. Definitely from the waist down, the best Hangman figure they have released yet. I think the gear is super sick. You got the horseshoes with the flowers there and the tassels. You got like the white kind of upper part, some more horseshoes with the roses there, and then the tassels, and you got a little horseshoe on that knee pad. These boots are sick. I think these boots are super awesome. The cowboy style boots, and they do have kind of that alligator ostrich skin down there with the kind of gray or brown sole. I think, like I said, waist down, best Hangman figure yet. So let me show you guys my kind of updated one that I think is one of the best. On this, we have the Unrivaled Series 5 head sculpt. Now, the torso that I chose, because Hangman is he's not out of shape, but he's a little bigger. So I put the Unrivaled Series 4 Matt Hardy torso on there, which I think works great. And then we have the Unrivaled Series 2 legs, but I fixed the clown shoes with the Unrivaled Series 5 bottom feet there. So I think this is probably the best representation of Hangman. It does stand a little short, I think, but I think this is the best representation, to me at least. But I have been wanting to do kind of a more updated look of Hangman with the tights, and I think this is going to work pretty well, hopefully. I think that looks pretty good. I mean, yeah, I think that looks all right. So there is that on the tights kind of look, and I do like that. I think that looks pretty good. I was kind of weird because this torso sits in very far. Like, this crotch piece is very deep. So, like, when you put this abdomen on there, you can see there's definitely a gap there. But I don't think it's terrible. Yeah, I'm not too mad about that. I may end up cutting these tassels off because they are kind of a pain to even tuck in the knee pads. They don't really stay too well or anything like that. But I think it does the job. I think it's a pretty decent figure all in all. Like I said, from the waist down, best Hangman figure. I think if you even wanted, like if you had the Unrivaled Series 5 and you wanted to head swap this, I think that would work fine. You don't necessarily have to put the Matt Hardy torso. I think using this torso and swapping the head, I think would be good. Unless you like this head sculpt, I'm not a fan of it. We can pop this over here if we wanted to. Take a look at that. That's not terrible looking either. I mean, like I said, the Hangman torso isn't a bad torso by any means. I'm just not a huge fan of it. I prefer this torso over the other one. So yeah, if you wanted to do that, that's kind of how it would look if you swap the head sculpt. Of course, the wrist tape's a little bit higher on the Matt Hardy one, and I think I switched out an elbow pad, but all in all, pretty decent figure. Not a terrible figure by any means. Like I said, man, honestly, waist down, best Hangman figure. I wanted to see if I could switch this head sculpt, see how that would look. Yeah, this head sculpt is not the greatest either, though, because it's very loose. So this is the Hangman torso, and I switched the head, and you see he's doing the Exorcist right there. So yeah, I don't know, man. I enjoy this figure. I would say it is at least a 9 out of 10, especially with the bottom half. I think it does the job well. With the legs not being super loose, the belt staying on there decently, the feet not being super loose, I think it works very well. We can even throw this jacket back on. There we go. Yeah, I definitely say change out the Hangman head sculpt, if anything, on this figure. That's the only thing I would say to do, but that looks pretty damn good there. I like that. So all right, guys, I think that is going to do it. Just a little review showing off this pay-per-view limited edition series Hangman Adam Page. Got it in, thought why not, let's go ahead and do a review on it, and I like it. I think we did a good job there. So that is going to do it for today, boys. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff, and we will see you guys in the next one.